Good afternoon. Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu and Friends. I have 5 that are semi-napping at the moment. I'm going to move you back just a little bit. There we go. Welcome to Vlogmas day number 13, December 13th. It is almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, and we are awaiting the Christmas parade. And I'm not sure if it starts at 2 or 3-ish. Some have said 2, some have said 3, some have said 3:30. So, my idea is I think I'm going to take my little rollator and roll down the sidewalk and sit there and watch the parade. I wish it would come on this street. Usually the Veterans Day and the Homecoming Parade comes down this street, but the other one goes down another street and then comes out, I guess because there's more in attendance. I'm not really sure. I really don't have a lot to show you, but I do have 3 finished projects. Now, when I say finish, I modify some of my patterns that I go by, diagrams usually. When I do a doily, I almost always go by a diagram. I have tried reading the pattern and it confuses me to no end. Now, amigurumi, I can follow a pattern. It's just so simple, so easy. But anyways, I have 2 doilies and a beanie finished, and I'm getting ready. After I eat lunch, I'm gonna start the 3rd doily. I had set myself up for a big fall with my goals for Christmas making, and I knew that I was pushing it close. So January 1st, I want every one of you that will to drop me comments every time you see me post, are you getting ready for Christmas? Please, please. I'm the one that gets all gung-ho and I'm gonna do it this year, and then I don't do it this year. And I'm running behind. And pardon the voice, I still have this sinus. Oh my goodness, the pressure and the burning. Oh my word, all week. And last night I had insomnia. I could not go to sleep. And when I'd go to sleep, I call it passing out. I would go sound asleep for a little bit, and then I was wide awake again. So then we call it doom scrolling. I'd be sitting there scrolling. And then when my son got my iPhone, I guess I'd say it's been 3 years ago. I think it's been like 3 years ago. My other one was ready to go to the great iPhone in the sky, heaven. But when he took me to get this one, they had me to pick out a case for it. Well, I picked out the kickstand. And I got to looking, and it was named after the car that I had been wanting for so long, the Santa Cruz car. It's like a little truck. But anyways, I have loved having my kickstand on the back of my phone, because I can set it right here on the couch arm. I can set it on the table, or I can put it on my finger. I know that sounds weird. And I can watch it, or I can set it on the back of the couch if I turn around. And it's just been absolutely wonderful. Well, at some point during the night, I don't know what happened. I don't know. All I know is I woke up this morning and the kickstand was laying underneath the phone. So I'd broken my kickstand. So I'm gonna have to figure out, knowing me, I may glue me some clothespins on the back just so that I can prop it up. That's a good thought. So I'll do something, because I just don't want to buy a new phone case, but I may have to. Anyways, all of the waffling, all of the digression that I do, I'm going to show you the first doily. Now, I don't remember the name of it. I don't remember if I had the diagram on my phone or if I had a book, wherever the book may be. But this is the first one. This one is a small one because I intend on making her, she likes the pastel colored nutcrackers. So I thought this would be fitting, and then I'm going to make her at least one little nutcracker. And then here is the beanie. I normally stop at 60 stitches, but I think this one has 62, just to make sure it fits his head. And I love how that camo color does its own little design in there. These don't take me long at all. If I could just be happy with doing beanies, but not everybody wears beanies. And the only reason I know he does is because every time my son wears a couple of his beanies, he said, oh, I have one just like that. So I thought, I'm going to make him, and he's a veteran. Excuse me. So I made him a beanie. And then this one, I've not sewn in the ends, and I've not stiffened it. But here's this one. Now this one, this is an old magazine, and I would love to have more of these. I'm thinking Crochet Magic or Magic Crochet, and I have torn the main page off. But you make a bunch of those squares and you sew them together to make a tablecloth, and it's called Pale Blue Tablecloth. I have taken a lot of my doily diagram patterns from big projects like bedspreads and things like that. Like this one is called Multicolored Table Mat. So see, you're just ultimately making a bunch of those. So that's what I normally do, is I will go through my book, and you can see this book has been run through the ringer. I mean, they are getting old. So a lot of times I will go ahead and screenshot, and it gives you directions how, let me see if I can do this without showing. But that shows you how to place your motifs to make the tablecloth. I'm sorry. I've done that a lot the last few days, but I really love this. This is one of my favorite doilies, but I struggle so hard with getting the middle part done. I don't know why. I think it's just being in my head space, but it's really hard. Now, normally you would have come here and done a little slip stitch, but I didn't do that. I just, I wanted it like this, and I just wanted to finish it. You can take a lot of these doilies, a lot of these diagrams, and then you could even theoretically do this for coasters. This one is as far as I'm going on that one. Now my next one that I'm starting today, like I said, after I eat lunch, and then I'll see where we are with the parade. The next one I'm gonna make is called Floral Hexagon. And again, this one is for a tablecloth. But I am just making this little motif there. So that will be the next one I do. I will probably do, it's according to how long this one takes me. Usually this one doesn't take very long. There are, I had to find where it is. There are 13 rows on this one motif. The other one I think was 17 and I stopped at 15, I believe. This one should not take long. I'm hoping to have it finished tonight. Once I finish this one, like I said, I'm probably going to do 2 of them. And I will probably do one in this blue. It's an Aunt Lydia's warm teal. And it is it's a size 3. Now, I love this because it's a little stiffer. It's soft, but it's a little stiffer working it up than the size 10. I'm pretty sure that white was a size 10. But there's 150 yards on this. I'm probably going to do the center of it, and I wish I could show you, but I'll get in trouble for showing you a diagram. Let me see if I can hold it back up here. I will probably do this on one of them in the teal, and then the rest in the white. And then I have this, and I believe it's a size 10. It's the Christmas color. And again, I'll do the center in the variegated, and then I'll do the outside maybe in the white, or I may just do it all in the Christmas color. So that is my projects for the weekend. Now, I also have some happy mail. I got the sweetest card from a friend of mine. We've been friends forever. 20-something years, I think. And then a distant cousin of mine sent a card, and I was so excited to get one from her. I love meeting my family. I don't know that I've ever met her in person. I have so many relatives, especially on my dad's side, that I've not met in person, but I aspire to meet them. But we try to keep in touch via Facebook Messenger, and she sent me a card. But this one says Happy Holidays, and this one is from Maria. I just love that. Isn't that pretty? May your season be beautiful and bright. Have a joyous holiday and wonderful 2026. And this is from Maria. Now, I kept the sticker. I thought that was so pretty. And then again, I kept the stamp. I thought that was so pretty. This one is from Ketchikan, Alaska, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing. And it has a picture of her, but I'm not going to show her because I don't have permission to show her. But I love the postcard. And it says, "Hi, Luann. What is every parent's favorite Christmas carol?" And hers is Silent Night. I thought that was funny. And then she's got a laughing face sticker. Wishing you peace, love, and joy this Christmas. And then she's put a little robin and then a leaf. I'm going to try to do that. See the leaf stamp. Is that not pretty? That is so pretty. And that comes from Alaska. So I was so excited. And this one is beautiful. It's got the little sheet. This one is from my cousin. And it's got joy on the front. Luann, may all your Christmas prayers be answered. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Matthew 5:6. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Cousin Linda. And then she told me how we were related. I thought that was so sweet. And like I said, I love hearing from my family. And I do keep my cards. I have a little box over there that my son got me a few years ago. And it's filled with Christmas cards. One of them is from one of my first public jobs. Well, it was my first public job. I babysat, and then I took a job working on a school program in the job service office in Tennessee. It was called, you answered the phone and you said, Job Security Office, how may I help you? And they were very picky back in the day. I mean, you had to answer perfectly because we never knew when the main boss would call. And so I learned at a very young age phone etiquette. This one is from a friend of mine, and she's got in there, we like Santa Claus and puppy paws. We love classic cars and squalling tires. We know the child's great birth and wish you all peace on earth. We miss our friends both far and near and wish you all a happy new year. Merry Christmas from our clan to yours. And then she's got everybody's name. But I thought that was so pretty. I'm going to try to cover up. This is at a local theater. And then the inside has a wreath, and I thought that was so pretty. She's had these special made, so I think that it's beautiful cards. This is from Southgate, Michigan. Dear friend, Merry Christmas. May the blessings of Christmas be yours today and always. Danielle. I thought that was so pretty. And this one I received today, and it is from, excuse me, I'm so sorry. This is from a friend of mine in book club, and I thought that was so sweet of her. It says, Merry Christmas. May every good and perfect gift is from above. James 1:17. May the beauty of this season bring you rest, peace, and deepest joy. Have a happy new year as well. Love you, sweetie, Pam. So pretty. Such beautiful cards. And I feel so bad because I didn't shop for Christmas cards this year. I normally have a huge stack to mail out. But this year I just did not. I can't afford it, and I can't get out and shop. And then I end up ordering stuff that we know I get into messes when I try to order anything from online. My son had bought me some coffee this week. It's the Hill Brothers Cappuccino Mix. Oh, it is so good. But apparently I'd left it in the shopping cart on Amazon because he and I share the account. And it came in the mail the other day, and he said, I was going to save this for Christmas, but I'll just go ahead and give it to you because I know how you are with your coffee. He said, did you leave that in the shopping cart? And I said, I bet I did. And that's me. I really have to watch myself these days because I do things like that, and then I forget what I've done. I've got a cousin way up north that I'm going to send some coffee to through Amazon, so I think I'm going to wait till like maybe Monday or Tuesday and order that so it can get to her. But that's all I have to show you, all I know to say. I hope everyone is staying safe and warm. It's a beautiful day here today, and we've had 50-something yesterday and today, but we are supposed to be in the teens the weekend. Some areas a little further north of us will be 0-degree weather. So I dread this cooler temperature. Ours is up and down, and thus a lot of people have had this mess going on. I've not been sick. I've just not felt my Lulu self. And the burning, you know, just the sinuses and then burning. I said the other night to somebody I was texting, I said, I just feel like if I just had a cold thing of ice just sitting on my face, maybe, but I was so cold I didn't dare get a cold washcloth. But I do have an eye mask somewhere that's weighted, but I don't know what I've done with it. When my mother passed away, I moved all of my things up here to my son's, and I have I call it a travel trailer. It's just a glorified camper. I have that in back, and I have a lot of my things there and a lot of things in the basement. And I had most everything else up here at my son's. So then I moved next door. So then I transitioned to next door, and I have things everywhere. I may have mentioned in one of my last few videos that it looks like somebody's come in there and the yarns just went kapoofed all over the floor. Yarn barf would be a nice way to describe it. So I need to go over there, but I'm not daring doing any kind of major cleaning or straightening over there until after Christmas. I want to get through all these projects, but I've got the big blanket I need to go back to working on. I'm going to finish these doilies, work on the star blanket, and then hopefully by Monday hit the floor crocheting fastly. Fastly, is that even a word? Getting the granny square blanket done. So I hope everybody, like I said, I hope everybody's safe, warm. Check on your neighbors, your friends. Please make sure that people have things they need. I mentioned on Facebook the other day, there's a couple of young kids that could use some extra goodies for Christmas. So there's a couple of sweet, beautiful people that are fixing gift bags, and I told them, drop it off and don't make a big to-do about it. Don't embarrass them. I know one lady on my Facebook, I know she meant well, mentioned going to the school and finding the names. Listen, I'm not doing that. I'm not raising awareness that these kids could use some extra goodies for Christmas, because I'm not going to embarrass the children. And to me, it would mean more to them to just have it dropped off and they come outside and they see these bags and they're like, oh, we have goodies, And so that's what, to me, that is giving. That is giving. So these people, I'm hoping, will be anonymous, and I don't mind them leaving their names and all of that. I just don't want a big hoopla. I don't want the children embarrassed. But check on your family, your friends, your neighbors, your delivery people, and stay safe, stay warm, or in some of my dear friends across the world, stay cool. Stay cool. You know who you are. So I love you guys. I hope you have the best weekend ever. Just remember, Lulu loves you. Bye-bye.